for tuning in. This is Carol Charles, but you can call me Wasam if you want to. I'm the CEO and the founder of the Wasam Decors, or the Carol Charles Decors. I'm here to settle with the name. And I'm humbled to be here, to be in my channel. Today I want to give you a story of how I delivered my firstborn son, having been in labor for 1 week. 1 week. My husband does not know that I'm recording a video. Now he will call me a million times. Yeah. So I want to narrate how I got in labor. I found myself in labor for a whole week while I was delivering my firstborn son. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss anything. And we were talking with my husband, and I just needed some advice. Should I mention the name of the hospitals? But I'm not going to mention them. So sit back, relax, take a cup of coffee. Take a cup of coffee and subscribe. Now, back in 2017, March is when I got pregnant with my firstborn son, and the journey was not hard. Like, it was, I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I used to travel, eat anything, do whatever I wanted to do. I was working somewhere at I used to go to Gekomba. I was selling t-shirts and skin tights. Early in the morning I would go, come, while the pregnancy is like this. And where I was selling somewhere along the streets of Rongai, and I was standing the whole day, like 3 hours, this rush hour, from like 5 to 8, yeah? So those are like 4 hours, I don't know. 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, like 3 hours. I'm a 9, around 9 nilikuwa nafunga. Now, I did not have any issues when I was pregnant. But now, my EDD was nilikuwa nimeandikiwa 12th December, which is supposed to be Jamhuri Day. And on December, in December 2017. But now, in October, I experienced some kind of pain. I remember I had gone to Shago. I stayed for a whole month when I was around 7 months. Was it in that same October? Then I came back. And so after some weeks, I felt some kind of pain. You know, when you are pregnant with your firstborn son, you don't know labor pains, how they come, the feeling of it. So any kind of pain, you just rush to the hospital. So I experienced some kind of pain. I went to the hospital, the clinic that I used to go, the prenatal, the prenatal clinics. It was a big hospital, a private one, not a so big one, but it's known around Rongai. So, and women deliver there. So I went. It was at night. My husband took me to the hospital at night. And so when we went, I remember the doctors were like, what kind of pain are you feeling? And I explained to them, I'm feeling some kind of pain at my abdomen and at my lower back. You know, I explained the kind of feeling, and they told me, that one sounds like labor pains, but see, your date is 12th December and we are not yet even in November. And I don't know when you got pregnant. No, I told them, I know when I got pregnant because we had planned it. It was 10th March 2017. And so they told me it can be forced labor or it can be real labor. So let's measure the, how am I going to say it? In Kiswahili we say kupima njia ya mtoto, of which if I translate it, I'll say the way of the baby. Now they were to measure the cervix, you know. They normally insert their hands. Yes. Now when I had measuring, I was like, maybe they're gonna use something, maybe an equipment like a ruler. I didn't know. I was told to lie down, and they told me open your legs, oh blah blah blah. I didn't know. I felt pain. My husband was there laughing at me because I was. My husband was laughing at me. Now, I was 2 centimeters. So like there's nothing. The cervix had not opened. We went home. I was given some pills. We went home. And we stayed until November. Can't remember the exact date, but it was on a Sunday. On a Sunday is when I started experiencing, sorry for the interruptions. In November, I experienced some other kind of pains. It was on a Sunday. I can't remember the exact date, but it was on a Sunday. Yes, on a Sunday. And on like Friday, my water had started kutoka kidogo kidogo, like the way periods, you know. Ta, ta, ta. So I decided to put on a pad. And on Saturday, the same way. In the evening, like, you know, anyway, I don't want to explain so much about that. But on Sunday, I went to church well, and I remember a certain woman, she's like my spiritual mother. She has mentored me a lot in terms of prayers, you know, and my spiritual life, my salvation life, and everything. That woman was telling me now on Sunday, weka boy. I don't know how she knew that, because me atakuwa nimefanya scanning all through. She was talking now to my baby, weka boy, ukuje hii wiki. And I told her, Waviki, we are not even near. We were in November. Now, that that Sunday, I was not even able to jump in church. I was not able to like, I was so moodless. And I remember it was we went somewhere at a birthday party, and we went home. Now, guys, on Monday or that Sunday night, I started experiencing the same pain that I had in October. Yeah, the same pain, and I did not understand the kind. I thought it's still early. Yeah, so maybe this is still forced labor. Yeah, so I told myself, let me persevere. I persevered. I endured all that pain, and I remember it was on a holiday in 2017 November, and my brother had come to visit me. Am I using the right English? Me and English, we are like this. Now, that was in October, during holidays. My brother was around, but my husband was not around. He was in Nakuru, working. Now, guys, that Sunday night, I remember I slept at around 2 because I had a lot of pains. And I told myself, even if I go to the hospital and the dates are not even near, they will tell me it's forced labor, and I don't want them to start measuring me those manjias and toto. I stayed at home. I persevered. At around 2 is when I slept. And I woke up at 7 o'clock. I woke up, I brushed my teeth, I took a shower. You know, I also organized those few days before the due date. And when I was at the balcony, there's a certain woman called Mama Gary. She looked at me and she was like, "Hi, Mama Sam." Like Carol. You know, I was not Mama Sam during that time because I even didn't know what I would, like the name of the child. Carol, your stomach, imekaa side. And when I looked at myself kabisa, because I had worn a dera, my belly was sideways. And so I told her, hey, me, at night I experienced a lot of pain, but at least I was able to sleep at around 2. She told me, what? If you feel like the pain is not stopping, you just go to the hospital. I told her it's okay. Now she told me, okay, I went, my brother was around, yeah? So I went and sat on her chair. We talked. And then I told her, hey, Mama Gary, me, I'm not going to persevere. Let me go to the hospital so that they tell me what's wrong. So I went at around 10, yeah? Around 10, mchana, I went to the hospital. When I went to the hospital, they told me, Carol, why have you come again? You want to give birth? I told them, Aki, there's a certain kind of pain I'm feeling, blah, 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 blah. And so they told me, we are going to scan you because now this pain has become too much and the date is not even near. So what we are going to do, I was to give them 2,500 Kenya shillings for the scanning. So they scanned me. I was in so much pain that I did not even ask the gender of the baby. They measured, whatever they scanned and everything. I did not even ask the gender, but I would see the baby at the screen. Yeah. So that scan said that I was to deliver on Tuesday or that Monday. And so they told me, wow, it's as if this baby is near. The baby is already mature. So what you're going to do, go back home, because the hospital and our home were like 500 meters. Like somewhere I would whistle and someone would from the hospital would hear. It was not so far. But let me tell you guys, I went home. I was told, you go home, come with the baby's clothes, the shawl, and the slippers, and a basin. Yeah? So I went home, and they told me at around 4, uko ushakuja. So I went home, and I told Mama Gary, everything is ready, but I don't have the diapers and the baby oil. So I sent her. I gave her the money. She sent her kid, and she brought everything. Like, those are the only things I had not bought. Now, as I was seated at Mama Gary's seat again, now that the amniotic fluid started now flowing, like it passed through the pad, through the panty, through the dera, and then on her seats. And she told me, Mama San, Carol, this is serious. You have to go to the hospital now. Don't wait until 4. You just go. So I took off those clothes. I bathed again. I took a shower again. Today my English have gone away. And I now went to the hospital. I remember I took a taxi. She was so worried. She paid for the taxi, 150 bucks. It was just there. So I went. They told me, Carol, what's wrong with you? We told you, is the pain so severe? I told them, the amniotic fluid is now flowing. Although it has not, like, there is the way the water breaks, like, but mine was, I don't know if I would say breaking, but it was moving. Like that, drops. And so, of course, it was not a good sign. So I went to the hospital. Now I was admitted. And I was told, now, anytime from now, we will keep measuring your cervix. And after every 3 hours. Every 3 hours, they would measure the cervix and to see how far, it has opened for me to deliver the baby. And so I told them it's okay. But now, remembering the kind of pain that I experienced the other time, but because I wanted to give birth haraka because I was in so much pain, I did not resist. Now, this is a certain private hospital in Ongata Rongai. I was admitted at around 1 Sasaba Zamchana. It was not easy. I stayed there. After every 3 hours, they would come, measure the cervix. I don't know, you guys write at the comment section of the Premier Gang. Please write for me, how do we say it in English? Kupima njia mtoto. Is it measuring the cervix or what? So every 3 hours, they come. Every 3 hours. I just got tired. Now that was on Monday during the day, and my brother would come. Now I told Mama Gary, please take care of my brother, because my brother was in class 7 that time. So I left some money for her. I told her to take care of my brother, but to just give him lunch, tea, whatever food, but he would sleep at our house. We were living in a single room, so we were just neighbors next door, but they were big rooms. So I told her to take care of my brother. Now, time after time, my brother would come to visit me.
Baba, yeah.
Time after time, my brother would come to visit me with Mama Gary and women of the church, Mama wa Kanisa. That was on Monday. Let me cut the long story short. Monday night, and I was told not to sleep, to keep going to and fro a certain corridor that was there, to keep going to and fro so that the cervix might open quickly so that I deliver the baby. I was tired. I used to go up and down. Even at a certain time, I just slept. I sat on the bed. I started chatting and everything. I just kept myself busy because I got tired and the pain is still there. That was Monday night. Now we are on Tuesday. Aki baby, you are okay. Say hi to my viewers.
Hi to my viewers.
So, on Tuesday, the pain now increased. Yeah? I could not sleep anymore. The last time that I had slept was on Sunday night. On Sunday, they kept checking. Women came, they deliver, they go home. They come, they deliver, they go home. This is on Tuesday. Guys, the pain increased. Now I had started freaking out. I was mad, like I was crazy. And after every 3 hours, they would come and kupima njia za mtoto. And then I told them there's a certain nurse at around 4 o'clock in the evening. I told her, now you're not going to measure me again. From Sunday, and the centimeter is still 2 centimeters. No, you are not going to measure me again. I'm feeling pain. Are you? You're bringing me pain on top of another pain. I don't want. And so she told me, I'm going to report you to the manager, to the senior doctor. I told her, go and report. Tuesday night. On Wednesday, now my skin color had already changed. Guys, these nurses, I don't know, they were not even remembering. The scan said that I was to deliver either on Monday or Tuesday. And my cervix is not opening. It's still at 2 centimeters. Yeah? So what was I to do as a mother? As a firstborn mother? As a first-time mother? I didn't know anything. Now I was in so much pain. I would cry. The tears were not even coming out, but I was in so much pain. Now, guys, that was now on Wednesday. Yeah? On Wednesday. And the senior doctor came and asked the nurses. This lady came here on Monday and she has not delivered yet. What's the problem? And they told him that the cervix is not opening, and I was to deliver either on Monday or Tuesday, and we are on Wednesday. So he himself came and measured the cervix. By then, I'd never felt pain like when these other lady nurses, the female nurses, were checking me. What? And the senior doctor said, now this one, let us try inducing her. Yeah? So they induced me. Guys, women, I'm sure you know that, how do we call it? In Kiswahili we say maji. Ati niliekwa maji. I don't know in English how it's called. Maybe you can write at the comment section. I did not know. And then I was asking the doctor, what's the use of it? And the senior doctor told me, this one will help you. You know, the cervix is going to open. And of course now, the way of the baby, you know, will open and you are going to deliver the baby. I told him it's okay. I didn't know. That is the day that I got mad. Like, I was in so much, like it would drip. Now I started even taking off my clothes. Yeah, I was like, I had some cornrows which nilikuwa nimemalizia na braids. I cut them. I told the wife of the the senior doctor, because alikuwa amekam kutukalisha me and another lady there. I told her, please cut them, because I was trying to roll them, and then I would do like this. They come out, they touch me, and I did not want them to touch me. I told her to cut them. I don't know even if she cut my hair, but I was mad. I was crazy. I was crying like that. It was not easy. On Wednesday. Now I remember, my husband, now I had called my husband on Monday and I told him that I have been admitted. And so he tried asking for permission, you know, and he was given permission on Wednesday morning. You know, Nakuru is not so far. So by midday, my husband had arrived to the hospital. And he came. He came with a certain man who was just from some mission. And I cannot even tell you the color of that man, his name, even the clothes that he was wearing. I don't even remember. I was also visited by another friend of mine called Easter. And a friend, I don't know if it's a friend or a cousin, and she came with a certain bottle, hot bottle. I don't know the name of that bottle. And it helped me a little bit. Yani the pain ikaanza kuisha, but let me tell you, the contractions. How do I explain for you guys to understand the kind of pain that I was experiencing? Do you know, now we were told with that woman, that we were pregnant with. And in case of anything, just press the button and we are going to come. And if in case you want to go to the toilet, you just press and then we come, we remove you, go to the toilet, then you come back. I was pressing it every other moment. I was pressing it so that they come, they remove me, I go to the toilet, I stay there like 30 minutes, they come back. And they realize, they told me, Carol, you are not going to be helped. We are not helping you if you keep removing that thing. I told them, I don't want it. Remember, I had not eaten from Monday. I did not want to see any food. We are on Wednesday. I'm already mad. I am black. I'm dark like charcoal. And so, that night, the senior doctor was the one alikuwa ananishughulikia. At 4, that woman that we were with delivered her kid. And I was transferred in another ward. I was alone, by the way, in that room because it was a private hospital. And now, guys, that hospital caters, it, how is it called? Inachukwanga NHIF. Me, my English today, I don't know. Anyway, now it's Wednesday night. They have induced me after time they come, they measure the cervix, right? During that time, the only thing I would say, even when they measure me, I was not even crying. I would not even feel the pain. I was I could not even like open my eyes clearly. Wednesday night. Now, Thursday morning. Guys, Thursday morning. I told them, even if we are going to kuchinja my head for the baby to come out, please do it. Even if you are going to cut my legs, even if you are going to cut my neck, I just want this baby to come out of my belly. And they told me now, it's time for you to undergo CS. I told them I don't care. I just want this baby to be removed out of my stomach. And now they told me, this hospital does not, NHIF does not cater like operation. If it's operation, you will have to, you'll pay 45,000. I wanted to say 4,500. 45,000 Kenyan shillings. And if you pay, the doctors, the surgeons are going to come here within no time and they are going to operate on you. Well, during that time, we did not have that kind of money. Yeah? So I called my husband. My husband came. Actually, the doctor who called him, my husband came, and of course, he told him that we don't have that kind of money. So, refer us in a certain, in these public hospitals that NHIF can cater, because we used to pay for the NHIF every month. Well, that's what the doctor did. The doctor did not hesitate because now he saw, this lady has been here since Monday and we are in Thursday. She has not delivered and she's in so much pain. Yeah? They had even tried to give me a certain pill that I was supposed to put it under my tongue. Here. And I was not supposed to chew it. Itayeyuka yenyewe and then the cervix is going to open. I don't know about that. But they tried it twice and nothing happened. My cervix was still at 2 centimeters. Now they referred me. Let me go so quick. They referred me to a certain famous hospital in Nairobi. I'm not going to mention the name. It's somewhere. So they referred me there. Around 4-ish, 4 p.m. in the evening is when we went. We took a taxi together with some women who had come to see me, my saloonists, two saloonists of mine. They were in one salon, so they both were doing my hair. We went with them together with my husband. I was crying the whole journey. I can't even remember the route. I can't even tell you, which way we passed through. But we went to that hospital with the letter, with all my scans, with everything, every detail, my clinic books and everything. And so when we went, we found a certain doctor there. And the doctor told us, we cannot just give you a bed and start operating on you and it's you just can't right now. So then he said, we are going to first measure you the cervix and so that we know the next step. Well, by that time I was extremely mad. They measured the cervix. I was 2 centimeters. Throughout my whole that labor period, I was measured the cervix almost 20 times. Yes. Now they measured my cervix. I was at 2 centimeters. And they told me, we cannot give her a bed if she has not reached 4 centimeters. So what she's going to do, she take her to the field, let her walk and walk and walk, and then after 2 hours, let her come, we measure her. If she will still be at 2 centimeters, you just decide if you are going to go home or go back to that hospital. And we were like, this is a public hospital. We have all the letters, all the information. I've been in labor since Monday. You guys, what do you mean that you are going to send me back home? They refused to give me a bed. We walked with my husband. My husband was holding my hand. I was even telling him to scratch my back. I slept on the field. I did everything and went back. They measured. I was at 2 centimeters. Now they told me, now you see, she's not yet at 4 centimeters. You guys go back home, or she stays here again another 2 hours, then she comes back, I measure her. And we were like, by that time, it was at 7 o'clock at night. Yeah? We saw this one. Because of the confusion that we had, what we did, guys, we went back home.